One day, Jonah was sitting under his favorite apple tree. He loved sitting there because the apple tree gave him beautiful shade, and there was a light breeze that kept him cool, and the apple tree was really generous and gave him a snack sometimes. Can you guess what kind of a snack he got? You're right, an apple, of course. And as he was eating his apple, he heard the voice, Jonah. Jonah knew that voice very well. He knew it was God. Jonah loved talking to God, except when God told him to do things that he didn't want to do. And that's exactly what happened that day. God told Jonah, there is a city by the name of Nineveh, and the people in this city are doing horrible things. They do bad things. They hurt each other. They're disrespectful. I want you to go to Nineveh and tell the people that they must turn away from their behavior. They must become good, honest people. But Jonah didn't want to go to Nineveh. So he decided to run away from God. You think a person can run away from God? Let's see how it worked out for Jonah. So Jonah decided to get on a boat that will take him to a far, far place, Tarshish. He bought a ticket, went on board, went down to his cabin, and fell asleep. And as he was sleeping, and the ship was in the middle of the sea, God caused a huge storm. There was a very strong wind. Can you help me to make a strong wind? And there were really high waves, as tall as big buildings. And they rocked the boat from side to side and up and down. And all the people on the boat started to pray to their gods, except of one person who was still sleeping in his cabin. When the captain of the boat realized that Jonah was not there, he went to look for him, and he was amazed that Jonah was still sleeping. He woke him up and said, Jonah, how can you sleep when we have such a huge storm? And Jonah said, there is nothing I can do. I know exactly why we have the storm. I tried to run away from God, and God is unhappy with me. So if you want the storm to stop, there is only one thing you can do. You have to throw me to the sea. And the captain said, no, Jonah, it's not something we can do. And Jonah said, you have to. So 2 sailors held Jonah from his hands, and 2 sailors held him from his feet, and they went back and forth and whoop, threw him off board. And now Jonah was in the sea. Now he was a good swimmer. Can you swim? It's a wonderful thing to know how to swim, right? But Jonah knew that he couldn't swim all the way to the shore. So he cried out to God, and he prayed, and he said, God, please, I know I did something wrong. I shouldn't have ran away from you. Please save me, and then I'll do anything you are telling me to do. And the second Jonah finished praying, God sent a huge fish. The fish was so big that it was able to swallow Jonah whole without even chewing him. And Jonah spent 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the fish, until God told the fish to spit Jonah out. the first thing that Jonah did was to take a shower. Because when you spend 3 days in the belly of a fish, you're very stinky. So Jonah took a shower, and then he went back to Nineveh, as God had told him in the beginning, and convinced the people to be nice again, to treat each other with respect. And this is the message of Yom Kippur. All of us, me, your parents, your grandparents, we make mistakes. We do wrong things. But when we do them, we don't just run away. We simply say we're sorry. We ask for forgiveness. And you know what? People who love us always forgive us. And also, if somebody hurts us and they say, I'm sorry, we should forgive them.